Welcome to the Boston's Big Four podcast. Cast. New news about music and sports every week, sometimes.
And we're back in the basement, episode 42, episode Move On,
the legend.
featuring Casso, back in the building.
Hello. We're out here getting weird.
Second appearance on the podcast. First one was almost a year ago. Her first guest on the podcast almost a year ago.
An anniversary,
And
folks.
we've had a good run of guests since then, and it all started with this guy right here.
Look at me.
So
Look at me.
welcome back. You've been doing some
Thank
big
you for
things
having me.
lately.
Nah, yeah. Doing a lot of shit.
Yeah, putting out a lot of music. You got a single coming out the 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
You got a show on the 26th.
Mm-hmm.
Just talk about what you've been doing lately, what direction you're headed in right now. And
Yeah. So, first of all, thank you for having me again.
of course.
It's a pleasure always
Thank you for being here.
being able to hang out with you guys.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I just been working on a lot of stuff recently. Me and Nox Beatz have been going crazy.
Shout out
So
Nox
yeah,
Beatz.
he gave me a call like a month or two ago, and he was like, I really fuck with what you're doing. I like your sound. I wanna work with you. We ended up setting up some sessions. We worked well together, and now we're cooking up some heat. The next record that I'm dropping is a record that we actually did. So I'm excited. It's gonna be the first record that I dropped that we've done together. So it's always
Word.
This
he's
is
a
good.
beast. Dude's a goat.
Both you and Nox have been mentioned quite a bit on this podcast.
Yeah,
so it's
absolutely.
happy to
Yeah.
hear you together. That's awesome.
Nox he's that dude's a goat.
Yeah,
He's a
how did
fucking
that
beast.
feel when he reached out to you? Just like knowing, just someone of his caliber, appreciating your work and wanting to work with you.
It was so dope, just mainly because he's from Weymouth, I'm from Weymouth.
Right.
Like, he's obviously like accomplished a lot of shit in the music industry, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And for like the people that like aren't familiar, like this dude he's got plaques, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like, which is crazy because
The real deal.
yeah, the real deal. Like being from a town like Weymouth is just super random. So it was dope. It was cool to be able to work with him. He's just, I don't know, he's very established. So
Yeah,
it felt
absolutely.
good. Yeah, for him to be saying that he fucked with it is definitely, a step in the right direction.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's a big cosign right there, and to be
Yeah,
able to work
facts.
with him is huge.
Yeah, nah, he works like he's a workhorse. The way he
Yeah.
works is crazy. He's not a human, so
Absolutely, yeah.
he's definitely a beast.
Working
So the
the
show
lab.
coming up.
Yeah.
It's your first headlining show in a while, right?
Yeah, my
The
first
second ever?
one. Yeah, my first
Okay.
one was last year.
Yeah.
It was at the Middle East upstairs. I sold it out. So
Hell yeah.
this year we're doing Sonia.
Back up the Brinks truck.
Yeah, we gotta go crazy this year. So this is gonna be a good one. It's all ages.
Word.
Yeah,
All
it's
inclusive.
gonna be fun.
Yeah, we'll be there, turning up.
Yeah, facts. It's gonna
Everyone
be
make
a
it
good
out
time.
if you can.
Yeah, tickets are $12.
It's a bargain.
I mean, yeah, facts. Everybody that was at the show last year said to me specifically, they were like, "This is like, if not the best show, one of the best shows I've ever been to."
Damn.
Yeah,
Nice.
so
I'm
I gotta-
excited. I haven't
yeah.
even seen you perform yet. But
I
I
gotta
know
s-
just like based on your energy that like, I'm sure you put on a hell of a
Nah,
show.
yeah, it's gonna be
because it's all
crazy.
about energy when you're on stage.
Yeah, facts. I even quit smoking for a little bit. I'm trying to get my breath up again.
Oh,
Good.
okay.
Getting ready,
Okay.
getting ready. Been running
Staying
a
healthy.
lot.
Damn.
Yeah,
Cardio.
getting ready, getting prepared.
Taking
you know?
it serious.
Yeah,
It's a
taking
job.
it serious. Yeah, this is it. This is it.
Hell yeah.
Body and mind. Body
Yeah,
and mind.
facts. Always,
it.
always. Your body is a temple. So,
So seal it shut.
yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Word. So we were talking earlier about just like the kind of music you've been releasing lately. A lot of turn up shit lately. You know, a lot of bangers.
Yes.
And you've been talking about wanting to maybe go in a different direction.
Yeah, this time of year I usually always make like the best music that I always make. It's usually this going into like winter time, because it's usually like a very I don't know. You're in your thoughts a lot, it's
Absolutely.
cold. You're like,
Yeah.
you really got nothing else to do, and all I do is make music anyway. So it's
Summer's
like,
where the adventures kind of
Yeah,
happen.
exactly.
You
know what I mean?
You
The-
dwell on them in the colder months.
exactly.
Yeah.
So like,
You really get inside your head in the winter.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you're-
yeah, and like I've been making a lot of turn up shit just mainly because it's like, summertime, like you said.
That's
you know?
that's the summer
Yeah.
vibe. People want to turn up in the summer.
Yeah.
People want to have
always
fun.
Yeah,
fun.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I go a lot by I mean, everything I make is always by like how I'm feeling and stuff. So it's
Right.
like I've been feeling good, I've been feeling happy, you know, turning up and stuff like that. So it's been cool. But now I'm just kind of I don't know, I'm kind of just excited to make some like real like everything that I always make always is real to me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's always going to be what I feel.
Yeah.
But I can feel like my emotions shifting with the weather already. So I'm just kind of in a
Right.
zone where I want to make some real like timeless, some real like emotional kind of like something that people can really attach themselves to and some stuff like that. Get them through these winter months coming up.
It's funny because
Exactly.
when you were on the podcast a year ago, I remember you saying almost the same thing.
Yeah.
And you were like, that was, I think you dropped In My Head that night,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, that's one of your more emotional songs, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
Nah, yeah, it definitely is. That this dude just picked this dude up. Like, but yeah,
watching
nah.
some youth football on the screen.
Yeah, that was that's a dope record. Actually,
I
was
love that
listening to
song.
the
I
other
love
day.
that song.
It's a dope record.
It's not on Spotify anymore.
It's not.
I don't think so.
I gotta figure that out.
Yeah, you gotta
because
figure
I
that
changed
out.
my name. I changed my name for people
Yeah,
that
you
aren't
did.
familiar.
You were Mark Vincent last
Yeah.
time you were here.
So it kind of like for them to put the things over onto the new profile. There's like an issue. I had a few issues
Yeah.
with them and whatnot. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, Casso. It just felt like a lot more like me.
Word.
So I had to make the change.
Short for Marky Picasso.
Yeah, yeah. It's been good, you know. The change with the name is just, I don't know. I outgrew Mark Vincent. That was kind of like, I don't know. It just kind of didn't really have
Where
anything.
did Mark Vincent come from anyway?
Super random. Like it was like my friend Tyler, whenever he would get, you knew he was fucked up. Like he would be calling me Marcus all night, Marcus.
Yeah.
And then like he would take that like one specific shot and be like, Mark. Like he would just start calling me Mark.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that's when you knew he was drunk. So I was like, okay, like Mark. And then like it was like kind of like I didn't really have like a rap name at the time. And like my mom wanted to name me Vincent. My grandfather's name was
Yeah.
Vincent.
Oh, okay.
And my middle name is Vinicius. It doesn't really translate to Vincent.
Similar
but
though.
it kind of did, you know what I mean? And at the time in my life, I just kind of felt like it made sense to kind of like make it that for some reason. I don't know. And then it was just kind of like I dropped my first record official record that I dropped is Mark Vincent. Like it was a song called Facts, and it did like 50,000 on YouTube. And it was just kind of like, oh shit, well, I'm stuck with this name now. And then like I was just kind of like stuck with it. And I was just dropping it, you know what I mean, with that name. And then like as time was going on, I was kind of like, I don't know, my sound changed a lot, and like I grew as an artist and as a person and stuff, and it just kind of didn't feel good. Like I was like picturing myself like later in my career and people calling me Mark Vincent. I'm like, that doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel right.
It's
So
good
like
to be having that foresight, so you know, like
Yeah.
thinking ahead.
yeah, exactly. I kind of had to plan it out a little bit more. And like the Casso thing, I was kind of sitting on for a little bit before actually officially changing the name. We had to wait for the right time and stuff. But the Casso thing just kind of gives me more room to do a lot more artsy stuff and be more creative and stuff. People don't expect anything specific from Casso. Mark Vincent is like, I don't know, I had a specific sound at the time, you know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
I didn't show a lot of different styles at the time. And now that I show all of these things, people accept it a lot more.
Word. Yeah, so
Nice.
Marky Picasso came from where?
Dude, that was super random too. That was like I did this record that I never ended up dropping, but I like towards the end of it I was freestyling and I said this thing, the very last line I said, I like freestyled something. I was like Marky Picasso painting shit when I rock flows. And then like I like sent it to my boy and he called me after he listened to it. He's like, Marky Picasso, and I'm like, what's that? And he was like, you said you called yourself that in the song. I'm like, damn, that shit's hard. And then he was like, that
Reminded
shit's fire.
of your own bar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. He's like, that shit's fire. He's like, that's got a ring to it. And then I'm like, yeah, I fuck with that. And then I'm like, I'm just gonna make it Casso.
Yeah.
And then I tried to make that the thing on Instagram, but that was already taken, so I had to make it part.
Casso was already taken?
Yeah,
But
but
of course.
yeah, of course, right? So I had to make it Marky Picasso, but you know, it's like you know, like Drake's Champagne Poppy handle. You know, I got my own little
Yeah.
thing, Marky
Got it.
Picasso.
2 Chainz hair weave killer.
Yeah, exactly. yeah, exactly. So it's cool though. It's I mean, I've liked all the stuff that I've been making since I changed my name and stuff, and I think people have fucked with that. I've definitely made a lot more fans and done a lot more things. So,
Yeah.
But one thing I just drew from this, though, is there a secret album out there?
Maybe, possibly.
Sound off in the comments if you would pay big bucks for this secret album.
Yeah,
$1 million.
$1 billion.
This is a Wu-Tang shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna need.
Martin
big
Shkreli's gonna buy it.
bucks. Yo, I forgot about that guy.
It's out
That's
there
crazy.
on the dark web. People
That's
are looking.
insane. Yeah, nah, I definitely been working on a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff in the cut, ready to go.
Hell yeah. I'm excited
the
to hear that
title.
Nox track.
Yeah, nah, that record's gonna be fire.
Word.
The record's gonna be fire. We can definitely do a little preview tonight at some point. I
Hell
sent
yeah.
it over to you. Yeah, it's a dope record.
Exclusive.
Yeah, it's a dope record.
Love it.
It's fun.
BB4 exclusive.
Love
Yeah,
it.
it's a dope record.
What else we got? You got any more questions?
Oh, man. I guess now, what's the furthest venue you've played? I guess I'm not super familiar with your touring resume.
Yeah, he's a newbie.
Yeah, so, I mean, I've done shows all over the place, like throughout the country.
Okay.
South by Southwest.
Yeah, South by. I mean, I did like a West Coast tour, Atlanta.
Well, which was your favorite city? And which was your least favorite city?
That's a good question. I don't know, man.
About to trash some city.
Right.
Dude, we
I don't
gotta
know
stir
if I-
something up. Yeah.
I don't know if I necessarily have like a least favorite city. I definitely would say like my favorite city was definitely here. You know what I mean? Like my show last year was like
Shut up,
it was
Boston.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Like I had so many people in the building like from the South Shore, but there was a lot of faces that I've never seen before that are
That's
from all
dope.
over the place, all over Mass. And they showed so much love, you know what I mean? Like I didn't know them, never
Yeah.
met them before, and it was just crazy. That was insane. But I mean, the biggest show I definitely did was MGK's EST Festival in Ohio. There was like 8,000 people there, and that was crazy.
That's fire.
That is dope.
Yeah, that was
How
a
does
lit
it
show.
feel? Like, is the crowd a different beast at
It's
that
way
point?
easier when it's a bigger crowd.
Yeah.
Because they're like all feeding off of one another, you know what I mean? Like you could be so utter garbage and like everybody's still gonna have the best time of their life, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
because
yeah.
everybody, well, especially with that, it's like Woodstock, everybody's on drugs and like, you know what I mean? Like they're all
There's
being
like a
crazy.
certain command that
Yeah,
a
literally.
crowd has over itself.
Yeah.
You start like throwing a water bottle, people are like,
Yeah, losing their minds. They don't even know what's going on. They're like lifting out of their bodies and stuff. It's like, what the fuck?
it's like Jesus, Southern Baptists. They're like,
Yeah,
going deep.
seriously.
Yeah.
It's next level. But I mean, definitely the best show that I done recently was definitely the baby show at the Palladium. That was crazy.
That's
That was
fire.
a really good crowd.
Did you get to meet the baby?
Dude, so this
Or
is
is he
insane.
busy?
So he was staying in like 2 rooms below us in the hotel. So my girlfriend got a room and it was in downtown Worcester and he was staying 2 floors below us. She called me when I was on the way there. She's like, the baby's staying like with us, like in this hotel because like there's like mad Escalades out front, and I was just in the elevator with his security and like I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? So and then like the next day after the show, I kept bumping into his DJ. I kept bumping into all of his team throughout like the day in the elevator and shit. And then so the next day we're leaving and he's out front like on his phone. And when we're leaving, his team gets in the elevator with us. I'm like, we can't escape these guys. They probably think we're like following them. You know what I mean? Like, and so like I go out front and I go to like just take my phone out of my pocket, and security starts losing his mind, charging at me. I'm like,
What?
bro, his security's crazy. They're really fried.
Oh
and
my
so like
God.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? Da da da. Starts acting.
I'm just
I'm like,
at this hotel.
literally,
like,
I'm
who
like,
are
bro.
you?
I'm like, I performed last night. Like, that's it. Like, I'm staying two floors above you guys. Like, it's
Imagine you didn't know who the baby was.
Right, literally.
Like,
what if I
had no idea?
you just didn't
so
care.
like, acting mad crazy. So and then like he ends up just walking away, and then so my girlfriend comes out, and so like we're smoking out front, and his security, her friend pulled out of her phone and like went to like film him or whatever, and his security got pissed or whatever, and they left, and then literally we left like 20-30 minutes later, and we're heading back, and I stop at the rest stop in Framingham. We were getting Dunkies, like we were just getting a coffee, and his whole, I swear to God, all of them are in the parking lot doing a Triller video.
Oh
and
my
I'm like,
God.
these people think I'm following them. Like they're gonna attack me, bro.
That's
Like,
so-
I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Just all misunderstanding.
Like, yeah, like we couldn't escape each other. I'm like, this is so ridiculous.
That's so funny.
Nah, it was funny though. Like they move like really crazy. Like his security's insane. Like they're definitely crazy. I saw this funny ass meme. It was like, I don't give a fuck. It was like some anime. And it was like, I don't give a fuck if it's her grandmother. I'm gonna punch her in the face. and it was like security, like the baby security be like, and I was just like, yo, this is real life. Like
Yeah.
because the security punched that lady in the head
Did
at
they?
the show.
What?
He punched someone. I thought it was found not to be a lady, but maybe he did.
I don't know.
I saw the
Jeez.
video, but the guy swung on someone.
Yeah, like
It
they're
was
crazy.
aggressive, yeah.
They're fried.
I feel like the first thing you should do though is just kind of like push their body.
Nah,
Don't
yeah,
punch
they're
them,
crazy.
You know?
Yeah.
They,
you
um,
can't just
Crazy.
resort to throwing punches right away.
No,
Like, that's
because even at the
not a good way to
show,
solve things.
like that I performed at, like the baby was on the stage and he was bringing everybody on the stage and shit. You know what I mean? Around
Yeah.
him, and they were turning up, and his security getting mad crazy, throwing people, hitting people, and the baby's like
Yeah.
literally
seems like they're the ones causing problems.
Yeah,
Like,
and he's literally sitting there. He's
Instead of
like
preventing
stop.
them.
He's like telling them to stop. He's like,
man.
stop. Like, I'm trying to like turn up with my fans, and like they're like, nah. Like just like tossing people. It's like, what are you doing?
He might be in a Tekashi situation where it's out of his control.
Yeah, literally.
Oh
It's
my
completely
God.
out of his control.
Oh,
It's
man.
lit though. Like, I want security like that. That's gonna just like beat the fuck out
Yeah.
of anybody. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, just getting some like real gangsters.
Yeah,
hire
they're
for a
serious.
little cheaper.
Serious business. Yeah, nah, they mean business. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
They're all
crazy.
about it. They're
That's
looking
pretty
for the
crisy
smoke.
though. The baby's one of the biggest artists out right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah,
that's a
he's
great-
So like to
definitely
be able
the
to open
biggest.
for him is huge.
Yeah, he's like the biggest.
The
He's like-
biggest,
yeah,
seriously.
He's broken mad records.
He's
recently.
like, you look at the top, the Billboard charts. So he's got a handful of songs
everything
up there.
Everything
Came up
on
fast,
the charts.
and I'm
Yeah.
jealous of the baby gimmick because that's just fun.
yeah,
we were talking
literally.
about this
Baby toys,
recently.
yeah.
How it's weird how DaBaby and Lil Baby like came
Yeah,
out like the same
mad
time.
people
Yeah.
don't know like the difference between.
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Well, I
Mm.
was playing a song like recently. What was it? Young Gravy, featuring Lil
oh,
Baby,
yeah,
and you
yeah.
were like, "Is that DaBaby? Is it the same person?" I was like, "No."
Yeah, no,
It's
mad
like
people
two
don't
names.
know.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with somebody the other day, and this is when I knew they had no idea who DaBaby was because, well, they did, but they thought it was Lil Baby because I was saying something. I forget what I said, but like DaBaby, obviously, he raps. You know what I mean? Like he comes hard on the track every time. You know? What I
Yeah,
mean?
he
Like,
can actually spit.
Yeah.
Like I didn't
Absolutely, yeah.
take him seriously just because of his
'Cause
name
his
at
name.
first, and I think that's a lot of people do that.
Nah,
they
yeah.
just see
That was the
DaBaby
point
and
of
they're
it, I
like, "What
think.
the fuck is
Mm.
this shit?"
And the
You
kid
know?
that I was talking to, he was like, yeah, man, DaBaby, that motherfucker cannot rap for shit, da 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 da, just using auto tune. And I'm thinking about him, like, he has no idea. He's never heard a DaBaby song in his
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Like, or he has,
Saying
and he thinks it's
auto-tune,
Lil
yeah.
Baby.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Like
that's
mass
weird.
confusion.
Yeah, I've heard him like freestyle on a radio station before, and he's fire.
Nah, yeah, he
Like,
can rap. He can rap.
But the whole baby gimmick thing is kind of genius,
It's-
actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, it's genius. He he definitely used that to his advantage. And it's
Yeah.
funny, him and Lil Baby have a song together.
Yeah.
and-
No, yeah, they have done work together. Like,
yeah,
it's,
you know.
Well,
It's
why
really-
It's
not?
just
Yeah.
interesting because
People
they both.
expect it.
Yeah, it's just interesting because they both blew up at like the same time.
Yeah,
kind of.
literally. It was
And it's just
genius
Are
for
they
them
from
to do
the same
song.
area? They might know each
Nah.
I don't
They don't
think
know
so.
each
So
other.
the
Wow.
baby, he's
The baby's from North Carolina.
Yeah, from Charlotte.
Where's Lil Baby from? I don't
He's
even
from
know.
Atlanta, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from Atlanta.
Along with everyone else.
But
So-
that's like not too far, I guess, from Charlotte. Hours,
Yeah.
but like not
Same
like.
coast, I guess. So they might
Yeah.
have done shows. Yeah.
Yeah, they probably have like somehow, I don't know, crossed paths at some.
it's cool that
point.
they work together and they're not like beefing. They're like, no, I'm the
Which-
real baby.
Nah,
Like,
yeah, literally.
you
This
know?
reminds me. So do you work with like formal management? Like, how did you get hooked up with the baby? Do you? Or
So-
you don't have to name names.
No,
but,
yeah, it was randomly a dude that I was working with. He just kind of put me on to like this booking agency that was working out here, and they were just looking for some acts, and like I just kind of hit him up, sent him some music, and yeah, got
Nice.
tickets. Yeah, it was good. It was a good show though. I'm glad it worked out well. You know what I mean? I definitely made a lot of fans that night. It was a good crowd. Everybody was into it. It was fun. It was definitely a good show.
Yeah, that's a great show to have. I'm sure that was a full show.
Yeah,
so.
that was my first time ever being inside of the Palladium too. Like I've never been in the Palladium, so that was cool.
Yeah.
It was like
So-
sold out downstairs. Like it was lit. So that was definitely a good first experience there.
Yeah, I feel like people who are a fan of DaBaby would definitely dig your vibe too. Like
Yeah,
the vibe of
facts.
your music,
Absolutely.
you know.
Facts. A lot of people
Yeah.
were like hitting me up, like, bro. People thought I was famous. Like I like came off the
Really?
stage, and
That's because you act like you're famous.
yeah, facts. I was
You got
definitely
that aura
so as
about
well,
I
you.
was
yeah.
definitely more put together than that. There was a
You had
handful
a
of openers.
bulletproof vest on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that'll do it.
Yeah.
I've seen these pictures. Yeah.
Yeah,
dude,
exactly.
It's a great look. You should keep.
No, that
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
I was
Hell
salted
yeah.
though. I had my mark chain, and I lost it. And because I was going crazy on the stage, and I didn't
Yeah.
realize the fucking chain came unclasped in the
Oh
back.
man.
And it was gone. I lost
It's a
the
fake
pendant.
chain.
Now some motherfucker is like literally running around with a Mark
With a
pendant.
Mark.
Like,
Hopefully
his name is
Mark.
like yeah, literally.
Found his boy Mark.
Yeah,
Just
it's like what
gotta
the
get-
fuck. So, but nah, it was
Gonna
cool.
sell it to some guy named Mark.
Literally, it was cool though. It was like it was. Some of the openers that were like opening, like they were definitely not like. I don't know. They weren't ready for like
Yeah.
a show. Like it's a lot. You know what I mean? You, like go on a stage because at the end of the day, the whole performance is gonna have to be like having crowd control is like super hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Involving yourself, like talking to the crowd, not making it weird and awkward.
Right.
You don't want to just like go into each song immediately, rapidly, one into one another. You know what I
Right.
mean? You got to learn how to kind of like involve yourself with the crowd,
Yeah.
engage yourself, and like,
Yeah.
like nobody was really doing that. And so like I went on stage and like it was like a whole new, you know what I mean? It looked like as if DaBaby was on stage. You know what I mean?
That's
like I
awesome.
went crazy. And
That's
so
awesome.
I came off the stage and people are like hoarding me, coming over to me. Oh my God, everybody thought I was like on tour with them. And like they were like I got
That's
a ton of
so-
followers.
Oh, do you have merch?
Yeah. Nah, so that was fucked up. I brought mad merch and I was going to throw it into the crowd.
Did they not let you?
And then I fucking forgot about it.
Oh.
Because like I was like performing and I ended up leaving all of the merch like behind the stage and
Oh.
forgot about it.
Damn.
And because I was just like, I was amped up. I was just like,
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
this is lit. And
You
then,
couldn't like
I just,
set up a table and sell shit though.
No,
No?
it wasn't like that.
No.
It was like, they
Man.
weren't having vendors and shit.
Yeah.
It was like, it was lit though. It was like a good
That's
time.
awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
everybody was coming up to me. It was good. A lot of the people that saw me at that show, they're coming to the show the 26th.
Word.
Yeah,
Nice.
that
Got
it's,
some new fans.
yeah, a lot of new fans. It was a good show. It was a good show.
How long did that take to learn, basically, like how to command a crowd and like actually perform? Like I'm sure it wasn't. You
It's
don't just get it
hard.
the first time. Like and like you said, like not just going song and like from one song into another song. Like especially if you're in front of a crowd, you're opening for someone. There's a lot of people who might not know who you
Yeah.
are. Like, how do you think of like what to say in between songs and be like, oh hey, I'm Casso. Like
Yeah.
Right.
introduce yourself. Like it could be awkward. I feel
It
like.
is.
Yeah, there
No,
is a sweet spot. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've heard
Yeah.
people complain of some, like you might tell too many stories between
Right.
songs.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
look
A
like
lot of
There's
people-
a fine line. You
Yeah,
got to
there's
say
a fine line.
something.
Yeah.
You gotta know. Basically, when I was young, like when I was really young, like I always made music and shit. My dad was in a band,
Yeah.
and so when I was like 3, 4 years old, you know what I mean. I would go to his shows, and I would just walk up on stage, and I would just be singing songs like into the mic and shit. You know what I
Word.
mean? Like I was all about it. And I always did did drama and shit when I was younger. You know what I mean? I was acted and stuff. I loved to be in front of crowds and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
And when I got older though, because I stopped doing that shit for a minute, it kind of got weird. You know what I mean? Like it's awkward to kind of go back onto a stage in front of people.
Right.
And I think
Sure.
what really helped was because I've definitely had some bad shows. You know what I mean? Everybody has. some
everyone
bad
has.
shows,
Part of it,
yeah.
yeah.
Everyone has.
Exactly.
And those are the shows that make you good though, because
Yeah.
it's like, bro, the amount of shows I've done in front of like, not even lying, like my parents,
Yeah.
like my mom.
No.
Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just her.
Bro, there's a picture of Kendrick Lamar and Schoolboy Q performing in front of like
yeah,
5
I've seen
people.
that.
And
I've
it's
seen
like
that.
it's just
Yeah.
so funny.
And it's like
happens,
those
you
are
gotta
the
make it
shows
loud.
though,
Yeah.
because if you can make a crowd of like 6 people have a good time, then like you can make a crowd of 600 people have an
Right.
amazing time.
Right.
Because 6 people in a crowd that's out on a night where they could be doing anything else
Right.
other than listening to these random motherfuckers they don't know.
If you grab their attention,
Yeah, nah, that's insane.
huge.
You know what I mean?
No
So
matter
it's
how many
like-
people it is.
Yeah, that'll be the way that you learn, because that's the most. There's nothing more awkward than going up on stage in front of 5 people you don't know,
Right.
and like the whole night has
Oh,
been
yeah.
butchered, and now like
And they
you
don't
gotta
know
go
you,
on.
and they're like,
contact with
yeah,
people,
you know what I
They're
mean?
thinking like, all right, this guy better be good, or else like, why did I come here? You know?
Not even that. They're like, this dude's gonna be trash,
Yeah.
like because like
Yeah.
everybody else has been trash,
Yeah.
so this dude's about to be horrible.
That's funny.
You could
You
see
know?
people almost
remember
wincing, like as
Justin
you-
Clancy posted a video like, I don't know, a while back of him performing maybe like 5 years ago, and
Yeah,
some lady
yeah.
yelled from the crowd. She's like, "You suck!"
Yeah,
Oh, man.
And like,
It's
look at him now.
serious.
He performed at the House of Blues last year.
It's
like,
serious.
It's so funny.
it's serious. Shout out to homie Justin too.
Yeah, shout out
Um,
Justin out in LA now.
Facts.
moves.
Yeah, nah, that'll definitely help you. But I guess to kind of answer the question, it would just kind of be, I mean, when you go on the stage, you're gonna want to. Nobody knows who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, you got to introduce yourself, and you don't want to come off though as like aggressive. You know what I mean? A lot of people come out and their first mistake is take out your fucking phone right
Yeah.
now.
Bro,
It's like, bitch, I am
Yes.
not gonna take
No.
out my phone.
That's a pet peeve of mine when I go to shows and someone comes on the stage and I don't know who they are and they're like, take out your phone, like
It's like,
put
no.
your lights up. I'm like, dude, I don't even know if you're good yet.
Yeah,
Like,
don't
not even
instruct
just
me.
that. It's like,
Like-
why are you telling me what
yeah,
to do?
yeah,
like,
no,
I don't
that
even
too.
know who you
I'm
are.
just trying to enjoy a show. Stop like
That
you
could
know.
be our mentality being from the Northeast,
Yeah.
like bumping in a little bit, just because like we are pretty like hard-headed people and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But like,
If it's a show, if I know the artist and I like them, I'll gladly take out my
not yeah,
phone.
because it's a
Yeah.
vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're crazy. They're lit. They're turned up. They're
Right,
excited.
right.
But when it's somebody you don't know and they're telling you to take out your phone,
Right.
like mad aggressively too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like,
Or,
it's
put
like.
your hands up to an extent. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
know what I
just
mean?
gonna
Yeah,
do
people
it.
try to
Yeah.
force you. That's another horrible
It's
mistake.
putting your hands up should never be forced.
No.
Yeah.
That's
Bro.
the thing.
Bro,
if I
the-
put my hands up, it's because I want to.
the
Because
put
I'm
your
feeling the
hands up
vibe.
thing,
You know what I
Gotta earn
mean?
it, yeah.
That's such a like. That's another super rookie mistake. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? People will love to do the classic. Throw your hands up. It's
Yeah.
like, bro, this is
Yeah.
not the '90s. This isn't fucking like 8
Yeah,
Mile.
let's do this.
Like
Like,
fucking, you
everyone
know
do
what I
it
mean?
with me. Let's
yeah,
go.
from the 313. Like, nah, that's
Little
not how it
goon
works
squad,
in real
yeah.
life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people that got, if they feel comfortable with you, they'll listen to you. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
they'll do
right.
more because they're having a good time. So you're gonna come out. You're gonna introduce yourself. They're probably assuming you're gonna be trash because there are so many trash. Like artists, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like a lot of people who don't know how to perform, a lot of people that just don't know what's going on, you know what I mean? And so like they'll come out and they're just rushing it because you could see that they're not polished as a performer.
Yeah.
You want to come out, you want to introduce yourself, you want to come out with like just a song that people are gonna fuck with. You know that they're gonna
Yeah.
fuck with it, and then from there you kind of start. All right, how's everybody feeling? You know what I mean? Like
Right.
if you're opening for somebody, the classic way to get everybody amped up, like if, say I'm opening for the baby, I come on stage. Oh, my name's Casa. I do a song. And then, who's ready to see the fucking baby? You know what I mean? Like, all right,
Yes.
everybody's
No,
gonna
that's
get
key.
lit.
Yeah.
You gotta do
Everybody's gonna be
that.
like, yeah. And now they're like, they
'Cause
see
you
you're
know they're all there to
comfortable.
see him,
Yeah, you know
so,
what I mean?
yeah.
They're not there for you. They don't give a fuck about you.
Right.
So
you
it's
can
like,
make them give a fuck about
exactly. And you want to involve them, make them feel like it's your show. You know what I mean? But don't make it seem like it's like you're not the opener, you know what I mean? But you want to
Yeah.
make them feel like it's also your show, like you're going to command the stage. And a
Right.
lot of people, they just get really uncomfortable. They don't know what to say. They start like saying too much.
They do too much.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They start talking too much. There's nothing worse than when somebody in between a song, they're talking for so long and they're like, you guys having a good time? Bro, I did the show with Lil Uzi and it was the worst thing I've ever seen.
did a
There was
show
these
with Lil
dudes-
Uzi?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
You said,
What?
what?
in Rochester in New York. It was lit.
What a resume.
Yeah,
That's
that was a lit
awesome.
show. But it was insane because there was these openers and like it was the most horrible thing I've ever seen in my life. They're like, yeah, like halfway through the performance, first of all, it was like horrible. Like they didn't know the words to their songs and like it was just really bad.
That's bad.
They looked the part. They all looked like rappers. Like, you know what I mean? They had
Anyone
like
can
Gucci stuff
anyone can dress
everywhere.
like a rapper.
Yeah, but they had no idea what was going on. Halfway through the set, they're performing with, it's like a group of 5 of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they all had their back to the crowd and they're rapping to the DJ. They're all
What?
rapping the whole song. They felt so uncomfortable
They're just like,
because
"I'm stage
they were
fright."
like, yeah, we were in Rochester and they were like, yeah, you guys fucking with us? And everybody in the crowd's like, fuck you.
Are
They were
you
like, you're
serious?
trash.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
they were
When
like,
does
you
that
fucking suck. Like they were getting pissed, bro. And they I guess they were from Buffalo because they were like Buffalo, like da da da, and everybody's like, boo, like you know what I mean? They
Wow.
were pissed. I'm like,
That's
oh,
sad.
this is horrible. Like
Yeah.
I feel bad for these guys. Sometimes less is more. Like the less you say, you know what I
Less
mean?
is definitely more.
Yeah,
sometimes.
you know what I mean? That was one thing that I definitely learned too, being as an artist. A lot of times rappers they do too much. Like
Yeah.
you get a set, you know what I mean? A lot of times like a rapper's like, oh damn, like I only get like a 7-minute set, I only get a 10-minute set. That's way better because the less you do, you just come with straight heat, you know what I mean? And that gives those people wanting more, you know what I mean? If you give them a fucking 15-20 minute set and they're not there for you, they're gonna be so bored. Even if it is dope, even if it's fire, like you'll have people that'll be like, oh word, like he's fire, but a majority of the people are gonna be like, I don't know who the fuck this is. You could be the most fire person, they're not even listening to you because they don't even care who you are. A lot of people go to a show,
Perception,
they
yeah.
don't even know there's an opener. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of these shows, they think they're just going to see
Or they
the
know there's
artist.
an opener, but they didn't even care to look who it is.
Exactly.
They're not worried about
Exactly.
it. They're just
And
like,
Yeah.
the worst
Yeah.
thing with these promoters is they'll book like fucking 700 openers, and like all of a sudden, like the crowd is falling asleep, and like there's mad dope openers that are getting screwed because all these people care about is the main act, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't know there was going to be this many openers, so now they're bored and they're annoyed and they're angry, you know what I
Yeah, 'cause
mean?
doors are at 7, but the main act's at like
11, yeah,
Yeah.
that was literally the
that's
baby
like
show.
every
Yeah.
show.
That was
happens,
literally the
yeah.
baby show. I'm so lucky because there was mad openers, and
Were you deep in? You weren't.
I
like
was
early?
third. I was
Oh,
third.
okay.
It was perfect.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
I was happy about that because
Yeah.
I was like,
That's
I'm gonna
plenty of
turn.
time.
I could already see within the first, or I was fourth, but the first 3 people were like, bro, the crowd was heated because there was these kids that went on. The people that actually went on right before me, like the host kept trying to kick them off the stage early because they did like. Literally, like, so there was a limit. Like, with like, all right, you can do 4 songs. And what these motherfuckers did was they did 4 like 6-minute songs so they could be on the stage
really
for mad
milking
long.
it. Yeah, really milking it.
And
They're
like,
free bird, yeah.
bro, every time you thought the song was gonna end, it wouldn't end. It was a new verse. Like it
Oh
was like,
my
oh
God.
my god, like it was like horrible, and like it was just so
Pretty
annoying,
sneaky.
dude. It was horrible because that's who went on before me. So I'm like, oh my god, they're like, you're next. I'm like, here we go. So like I would like go out on the
Yeah.
stage and like I had to hype everybody up. They were pissed. Like little do they know, there's another like 15 openers. Like I'm
Jeez.
like,
Yeah.
oh
Ooh.
my god.
You could set the tone and just like
Yeah, I went
apologize for the
crazy,
guy
though.
before you.
I
Just
set the
like, Sorry
tone.
about that. Like I
I
got
definitely
you.
set the tone because I felt kind of bad because I you could tell that like I performed, you know what I mean, many times, and I've been doing it for a while, and the people before me haven't, or they have and they're just not good at performing, you know what I mean? They just haven't found. Sometimes it just takes one show, you know what I mean? One show, and all of a sudden you figure out your niche,
Yep.
how to be
Absolutely,
comfortable,
yeah.
you know what I mean? And but these kids, dude, they it was like really bad, and I felt bad because the crowd was like not having a good time, like
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
And I remember the fucking when I went on there, I turned it up, and the next people that went on after me, they were dope. You could see that they performed before, you know what I mean? And everybody's coming up to me. They're copying you. They're copying you. I'm like, they're not copying me. They're just good at performing. And like
Yeah.
I was just the first good performer tonight. Like it was like
How did they think they were copying you?
because
Like,
they were like involving themselves with the crowd exactly how I was, you know what I mean? But it's
Whatever.
just regular, like how you would involve yourself with the crowd.
Yeah.
But only comfortable performers would do it that way.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So like it looked
You gotta be
like
comfortable.
I was like the messiah of the night. You know what I mean? Everybody's
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
like they're following what he's doing because everybody else before me just was not comfortable on the stage. So like it was just funny to see how people like, bro, perception is just like ridiculous in this industry. Like people just like it's all perception.
Well, I think that's like where stage fright comes from because you see someone performing and they do those little things like you're saying, like that would command a crowd, and they can imagine themselves doing it. So
Right.
they're like, oh, I can totally be on stage. Like I got rhythm. I'm
Right,
gonna make a
right.
song. I'll get up there, and maybe they do get their chance. But then you're looking at the crowd, and finally these moments happen, and you're
Yeah.
just so stiff. And it's
Yeah.
like that delivery really comes with
And you
experience.
realize it's not as easy as you thought it was. You
No.
can't just
Exactly. Yeah.
Snoop Dogg
Yeah.
has a quote. He so they did a thing and he was talking about how basically you're born with it. You know what I mean? The it factor. You know what I mean? And not everybody has it, and you can't
I
learn
believe
it.
that.
You can't learn it. You're born with it though. And he said he brought mad people on tour when he was like Doggy Style. You know what I mean? Like back in the day. And he was like, I was bringing people on tour. I was literally giving them the clothes off my back, giving them chains around my neck, and still nobody gave a fuck about them. They just wanted to see me. And he's like, that's because they didn't have it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so you could be the most fire artist in the world and just have the trashest like presence, you know what I mean? And you're just gonna be
Yeah.
irrelevant. Just because that's why these people, like a lot of people be like, oh, why are these people famous? Their music is trash, their music is trash. It had nothing to do with that.
Yes.
It's them as the individual.
I agree with
They're
that
gonna
so
fuck
much.
with
They bring
you.
I agree with that
Yeah.
so much, and that's why I hate when people say anyone. I mean, I think some music is trash and whatever, and like I'll give my opinion on that, but I'll never like put down an artist. Like if I see an artist making moves, if I don't like the music, instead of just trashing the music, you try to figure out what it is that they're doing
Right.
that's making them successful, because there's
Yeah.
obviously something.
Yeah.
They're not just attracting all these followers for no reason. So instead of just trashing them, try to understand, their marketing, what they're doing to make them pop like that.
Yeah, facts. A lot of people, I think the biggest issue with artists is like coming up is like they try to they kind of try to go like emulate like too much like what people are doing, you know what I mean? Like they
Right.
kind of they get so indulged in these people that they end up losing themselves as like a person. So
Right.
like they end up like copying somebody or doing whatever, and then next thing you know, it's like now they're not even, nothing about it is natural, nothing about it is entertaining, because the most entertaining and that's going to make people gravitate towards you is definitely going to be you being you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, if you're in-
originality. People
Yeah,
want that. Like,
exactly. Like they can relate to you on a level that's not just music, because music is always probably going to be the last part. Everybody's going to always gravitate towards you for like your personality.
It's
like,
true. No, it's
I
true.
want to chill with that guy because
people-
he seems mad cool to chill with. You know what I
Right.
mean? Shit
no,
like that.
absolutely. The people who really blow up. We were actually kind of had a conversation like this in the last podcast. We were talking about rappers that we most like to hang out with.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Wiz Khalifa, always everybody says I want to smoke with Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
That's like a classic
but
one.
it's like, in order for you to attract fans, you have to be a person that people would want to hang out with.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We
It's like-
actually weren't saying Eminem
Because
or like we'd say, I was thinking like Tyler the
Tyler the
Creator.
Creator
Oh
was a
yeah,
big
facts.
one.
Nah,
Like,
facts.
Yeah.
He's
Someone
one.
weird.
That was
He's
a big
one.
one.
Like, because those people, like, there's something about, like, you literally are going to hang out with them when you go to see them at a show, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
basically
yeah.
you hanging out with them. So
Right.
it's like, would you pay to go see some dude sweat on stage that you found extremely boring? Like I
Right.
would
Yeah,
never
yeah.
do that. Like,
Someone
that
is
just
just
seems
gonna
like a waste
go
of
home
money.
and like so I guess some of the old heads, like, I mean, it comes with age, but like they will just kind of go home. They're not trying to hang out.
Yeah,
with
exactly,
anybody,
yeah,
like,
Yeah.
But depends on the person.
Yeah, nah, that's definitely the thing now, kind of that's shifted a lot in like the rap shit, is this kind of like the characters that are being portrayed now, you know, like in the 90s it was just like who was the hardest, who was
Yeah.
the most gangster, who had the biggest gun.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
you know, my gun's so big. Like, it's
Yeah.
like, now it's just like that shit. Oh my God.
What?
That shit's like irrelevant. You know what I mean? It's
And it
just like,
sounds goofy, like it's a cliche.
yeah, it's so
Yeah,
whack.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think I mentioned this last episode about like the classic Eminem, like chainsaws, bodies.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
oh yeah, it's
The
edgy.
shock
Yeah,
value
yeah, I
shit.
got you.
mad
yeah, it's-
cringy, you know what I mean? It just gets old after a while, and it's like now it's like what's cool is like being you, and like you don't have to be a gangster to be a rapper. You could fucking be the nerdiest.
There's so
person
many
ever.
different types of hip hop now. That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's like,
That's what's dope about it. So
Yeah.
it's like there's a lane for everybody. You don't have to copy to be anybody anymore. You don't have. There is no specific way of making it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's another thing. Everybody thinks there's like some weird specific formula. There definitely is like a formula that people do, but it's not like what people think, where it's like, oh, like they
there's
did
not
this, and
one
this.
The
specific
internet's changed
formula. There's
everything.
a lot
exactly.
of different formulas.
It's always
Yeah.
gonna change. It's
Yeah.
always gonna it's because every person's thing is situational. It's always different. So it's like comparing like anybody to anybody, you can't even compare it like their come-ups, because most of the time it's always going to be a different scenario, you know what I mean? Yeah. Somebody's always going to gravitate towards them in a different light or a different way, you know what I mean? Unless you have like the people like Gunna and shit like that, like they're all just like young thug babies, like, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's a different scenario. It's just...
Well, because the platforms they extend beyond just like the bar scene and big record labels.
Exactly.
There's the internet, there's YouTube, there's so many different, there's like these ciphers. It's exposed way
there's
farther.
A lot more ways to be seen now.
Oh, absolutely.
So like
social
a lot of
media's
people
changed everything.
Yeah, a lot of people just, I don't know, a lot of people just get wrapped up trying to be what they think a rapper is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which is so whack. I see it all the time, and it's like, that was me for a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, that was another reason why I kind of changed Mark Vincent, because it was kind of like, it just didn't feel like me anymore. It's just like, this is like just me, like, being a rapper. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not even like fun. It's not me. It's like, it's just not it at all.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. People just need to find what's comfortable for them, and people are going to fuck with it.
Right.
Because that's it. Like, Tyler, the Creator, is the perfect example of that shit. He was such a weirdo, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's
shit
someone who
out.
just like
always in a cast.
Pioneer,
yeah,
literally. That's like a pioneer right there. Of
he
like
really
the
showed how
shit.
just being like a free thinker is just like a really attractive personality trait. That
like all of them did. Not even just Tyler, like all of them. You know what I mean? Like I remember, the very first time they ever came to Boston, I saw them. Their very first show in Boston. It was at Royale.
Was that when they were like running on top of Newberry Comics?
Nah, that was the second time.
Oh.
So the first time, nobody really knew about them.
Future, the group?
Yeah, it was at the Royale.
Yeah.
It was like super random. I never heard of the place, and I was mad young. I remember I went there and I was like. It was honestly wicked overwhelming. It was like everybody was moshing and like going crazy. I'm like fucking like 14 years old. Like
their fan base. I mean,
I'm not big on moshing.
They're not really a thing anymore. They all do their own thing now. But their fan base, like when they were a cult, like they had a cult following.
Dude,
their fan base was
crazy.
Like,
it was insane. Like it was like nothing I've ever seen before.
Those people were psychos, and I was a fan of them, but I wasn't like one of the hardcore.
Yeah, there was nothing like that. That was like next level.
Nuts.
Yeah, and I just remember it was when Earl was away in fucking Samoa or whatever the fuck. And
what was that all about? His parents sent him there for some reason.
Sent him there for like smoking weed or
his
some
parents
shit.
His parents were like, "No, you need to go away for a while."
So weird. It was
Isn't
Samoa
so
like
further than Australia?
It's far, I guess. I don't know. He was like in some weird boarding school. Fucking
man.
That was weird.
We still put out some bars.
Yeah,
whatever.
facts.
Yeah.
I can't believe weed would put you in Samoa. Sounds unfair.
No, his mom put him in
his
Samoa.
Mom put him there.
as like a
but for
disciplinary
weed,
thing.
Doesn't seem right.
Like instead of grounding him, she sent him to Samoa.
She was like, "Fuck you. Your friend's eating cockroaches on the internet. It's because of the weed."
Yeah. Did I mention that we just made like $5 million?
Yeah, right. Like. You know what? You know what, Mom? I'll send myself to Samoa. I can afford it. All right?
That was the craziest come up though I've seen in like a super long time. Like it was like holy fuck. Like this was like a first time for like hip hop where it was like, wow, like these people are mad weird. They're not acting like gangster or whatever. Like they're just being them.
They're goofy as hell.
Skaters.
Acting like
goofy as hell and hilarious too.
Yeah, they were mad funny. Yeah, exactly.
And
now
all of a sudden it's like he's dating what I don't think he actually is, but he's dating Will Smith's son.
Yeah,
allegedly.
That was like,
Tyler the Creator.
Yeah, that came out.
Yo,
like
did you see his freestyle on Funk Flex? Recently,
He makes the dude super uncomfortable.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
So funny.
He just starts saying a bunch of gay shit.
Bro,
makes him wicked uncomfortable.
I swear
It's
he
so
just
funny.
says it just to make people uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah,
No, dude, he says the craziest shit just to get a reaction out of people, and it's
He loves it.
hilarious.
He
He
loves
loves just
it.
fucking with people.
He
He's
loves
the
it.
ultimate troll.
It's
And he's
crazy.
completely sober. He doesn't drink or
Yeah,
smoke
he
or
doesn't
anything.
drink,
That's
doesn't
all
smoke.
just his personality. Like he's just a nut.
Yeah, no,
The
he's a
ultimate
character.
troll.
He's a character. It's funny, all of them are. But
Mm.
that was like, to me, like that was definitely one of my biggest influences, you know what I mean? Like at a time in a very like important time of somebody's life, you know what I mean? High school, like, and like they're coming out and like me feeling like an outcast myself, you know what I mean? Like it was like I made music and shit, and it was just kind of like seeing them how they did it was like super like inspirational.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
They were like the leader of the outcasts.
Yeah,
when
they were
came
like
out.
so on point with it. Like
Yep.
it was like don't give a fuck what anybody thinks type shit. And I just like I feel like they definitely helped me out a lot. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For being who I am, you know what I mean, doing my own thing and not really caring about what like other people are gonna say, because at the end of the day, honestly, they're geniuses because the more weird it is, and like the better, because the more people are gonna talk about it, whether they hate it or not. It doesn't matter, like,
Right.
because they're gonna be like they're subconsciously obsessing over it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they're like, oh my god, did you see this fucking trash ass shit that he fucking
Yeah.
did? But they're telling everybody.
Right.
And
Exactly.
somebody that they're telling is gonna be like, that isn't trash. That's fire.
Right. Not to mention, there's like how many members were there? Like a
Bro,
bunch.
there was like 40 plus. It was
Right.
like Wu-Tang.
So it was like if you thought one of them was trash, there's a good chance you'll like another one of them. You know what I mean?
Right,
You might think
exactly.
Tyler's trash, but if you think Frank Ocean's trash, you're an idiot. And it's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
if you know, Damo Genesis is a great rapper. Like Earl Sweatshirt.
Yeah,
like there's
Damo
gonna be
Genesis.
something in there for somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, that was like a perfect collective. You know what I mean? It was super
Yeah.
dope. It was just cool to see all of them grow.
Shout out Odd Future.
Yeah, seriously.
Shout out
Tyler's
Odd
new
Future.
shit's been crazy. So like,
yeah,
it's cool.
he's been stepping his
Yeah,
game
nah,
up, too.
like creative wise, he's
Yeah.
been like on a whole other level. So it's like it's cool to
Absolutely.
see him still doing his shit.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing, though. I think is definitely people. It even leads back to the stage presence thing. Is just being yourself. You know what I mean?
And
Just-
those guys have
And
ultimate
they
stage
give you a
presence.
sense of, it's like, yeah, ultimate stage presence, and a
Those
sense
guys
of
do.
that, like, you almost feel that you know them. Like, you'll
Yeah,
go to a
right.
show and be like, I kind of want to have a conversation with them, but like everyone feels that way because they expose themselves to a point where you really do feel
They're
like you're almost a
relatable, yeah.
friend.
Right.
It's weird because not every artist does that. Like we were saying, other people, their thing is like they're hard. Like you might not feel like you can approach them because that guy's like, oh, he might smack you.
Right,
Like, I don't
right,
know.
Right.
But it's. I mean, they're just like Tyler the Creator. He might just come up and kiss you, and you're just
Yeah,
like, I don't know what's
literally.
going on.
Literally.
Literally,
yeah.
you
You
might.
never know. Yeah, no, it's always something. You know what I mean? You never know what to expect, and that's what's so dope about it.
Yeah. What other artists like that are popping right now are you kind of listening to, or are you a fan of? Anyone?
Dude, I've been listening to a lot of people. I haven't really been listening to a lot of rap though.
Oh, word.
I mean, I don't really know who I would say, like, honestly, for even rappers. I just been listening to a lot of different music. Like,
Yeah.
I got hip to Phony People because of that show that Justin
I
did.
haven't even listened to them yet.
They're
I've been meaning
fire.
to, actually.
They're fire.
Word.
But to be honest, like, I don't really know who my go-tos have been. I kind of just been listening to a lot of my stuff, honestly, that I've
Yeah.
been making. But I mean, for rappers,
Have you heard that song by Y2K and BBNO2 $ or something?
what is
You love that song.
It's an amazing
It's
song.
called La La La.
La La La. It's very
Nah.
recent.
Nah, it's a good song.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel very similar. There's not much rap or anything I've.
Yeah.
I mean,
recently
I've been
dived
listening to a
into
shit ton of
lately.
local shit,
But that
obviously.
song was made
Yeah,
within the
local
past
shit.
year, so I guess I
But-
thought it was pretty hot.
Yeah.
People
Who do you
out
fuck
there-
with locally? Like,
locally?
right now, yeah.
Miles Carter's dope.
Word.
Mikey Bando.
Mikey
Splash
Bando.
got him.
Splash got him, yep.
You know, Justin, obviously, Justin Clancy.
Yep.
IOU.
Yeah.
Feeling
fire.
amazing.
Yeah, he's been killing it.
Yeah.
There's bro, there's mad motherfuckers.
There's
Tony
a lot.
Bodega, he's a beast.
Who?
Tony Bodega.
Tony Bodega?
Fire.
Okay.
Brew Lewis. Honestly, anybody in that whole clique is fire. Like anybody that fucks with Hefe, shout out Hefe too. Like
Word.
he's been going
Shout out
crazy.
Hefe Replay.
Anybody
Yeah.
that's like really in that group of people like that makes music is fucking fire.
Yeah.
Like they're all super dope. So I feel like even me being able to be around them a lot more has also helped me a lot to like just being around different artists locally, because it's kind of hard to find local artists that really take their shit super serious. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
Like, they may think they
Treat
take
it like a
super
job.
serious. Yeah, they
Mm.
think
Yeah.
they take it super serious, but they're like really not.
They're really just,
They're just recording,
hanging
at
out
their
at the
boys' crib or
studio,
whatever.
like smoking, drinking,
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
recording a little bit, but mostly
Literally.
just
Yeah,
chilling.
it's an excuse
Like,
to
yeah,
hang out.
literally.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I mean, like I've been listening, to like a lot more local stuff, and like just myself, honestly, and like shit other
Word.
than rap.
I mean, you always got to listen to yourself, critique
yeah, I listen to
your
myself all the
work.
time, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it's funny because a lot of people like they would probably think like, oh, that's so narcissistic.
It's
of him.
not, though.
Like
It's not.
it's like nah.
I listen to our podcast.
Yeah,
I do.
no,
Me
you
too,
should.
I do.
Yeah,
actually
no,
a
when I'm
lot.
driving, I listen to the whole thing, and I'm
And,
like,
I
people
wanna
might
hear
think
the
that's
things I
weird, but I'm
do.
trying to like critique what I do.
No,
so.
yeah,
Yeah,
Drake had
exactly.
this quote too. He was like, they were like, do you I forget exactly what the question was, but it was kind of like, oh, like, do you like listening to your own music or something like that? And he's like, why would I make something that I wouldn't want to listen to.
Right.
He was like, of course I listen to. He's like, I'm my biggest fan. He's like, I listen to all my shit. He's
That's
like,
a good
why
point.
wouldn't I?
That's a good point.
You know what I
That's
mean?
awesome.
Like, why would you make music you wouldn't want to listen to?
Well,
Yeah.
I guess some people do get caught up in what would other people like? What would other people say? Because they're
Yeah.
self-conscious that
Yeah.
I think this is hot, but someone might make fun of me. Like
That's
what
like
would
the
someone
biggest
else think?
downfall, I think.
Yeah.
Like, next to the personality thing, not being you is definitely. I mean, that leads back to not being you because you're so focused on what other people are thinking that
Yeah,
you're
you don't
making
wanna
music
front,
just
yeah.
for them, which is cool sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes you should make some records that you think some people would fuck with specifically.
Yeah.
But like, I mean,
Different
at the end of the day,
perspectives in your mind,
you
yeah.
should fuck with it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's the
Oh,
whole
absolutely.
point of it.
Absolutely. Let's play one of your songs.
Yeah, let's do
Let's
it.
get into let's play So Long.
Yeah, I'm down.
So talk about this record. It's with Little
So,
Hans.
dude, so
How
like,
do I pronounce
he's
it?
such a, this kid. So like, fucking, his name isn't even Lil Hans. It was mad random. It was
Okay.
supposed to be Baby Hans, and then like,
Okay.
he like,
Is he the same Hans that's on that J-Woo song that I was playing?
Yes.
Fly Away?
yeah.
All right, because on that song it's spelled Hanz. So.
Yeah, so he has a million different fucking
Okay.
names. He doesn't know
Okay.
what he wants to do.
All right.
So we've just
He's an
all
enigma.
decided for him officially that's gonna be Baby Hans with a Z at the end.
Baby Hans.
Because
all right.
like he's just like all over the place.
Ride the baby wave, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
It's
Why
working
not?
right now.
Why not?
All right, yeah, so this one's called So Long, featuring Lil Hans. Here it is.
Yeah, I was down for so long. Now I'm more that stress. Now I'm getting to the cash. Now I'm getting to the bag. Miss my dog. That shit got me hurt. Game on, not half. Played 100, no cat. Yeah. If you ever wanna leave, I'ma tell you no. I be going through some things. Keep it on the low. Stay 10 toes. Bring it to 'em. They want smoke. Put the chrome to your dome, bro. Gon' make your body touch money like a cashier. I've been in my best since last year. Move away like a wrestler. Charged up, no Tesla. Done drip, young waterfall. Used to move the rod like basketball. Super focused off an Adderall. I don't need none of y'all after all. Staying tall like my young too. Super Saiyan like Goku. Who you playing? No, it's not me. Better really hold that it's not you. Have my bro coming off you. Spot you, then it got you. I've been on some new shit. Yeah, God bless me like got you.
And that was So Long, Casso, featuring Lil Hans. Love that song right there. That's been one of my favorites lately. Let's get into this exclusive. Well, this is your upcoming track
Yes.
with produced by Nox Beatz.
Yes.
It's coming out 23rd
Mhm.
of October, and we're gonna
Mhm.
get a little sneak peek of it here.
Yes.
And
Let's
it's
get
called
bad.
Mosh Pit.
Yes. Yeah, it's
Here it
definitely
is.
a slapper.
Definitely a slapper.
Definitely
All
a
you make is
slapper.
slappers.
That's a fact.
Give me more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Casso, yeah. Whoa. Bust down, shorty, yeah, she blow me like a fan. I've been counting money, lot of hundreds in my hand. Keep on acting funny, bro, gon' leave you where you stand. Got me smoking on the gas, this shit's louder than a band. 100 degrees, keep it hotter than the sauna. Higher than the trees, flowing, smoking marijuana. Bro, got the keys like a motherfucking locksmith. Stay with the hooks like a motherfucking mosh pit, yeah. Look like a bag of money when I walk through. Go ahead and learn you something, how a boss move. You better look me in my eyes when I talk to you. Put your pride aside if you can't, this is not for you. And you know I got some demons in me. Pray to God I never fold, I hope he listen to me. Don't go playing with your soul, that's who you destined to be. Heart is gold, I'm Michael Phelps, just dip my chain in the sea. Bust down, shorty, yeah, she blow me like a fan. I've been counting money, lot of hundreds in my hand. Keep on acting funny, bro, gon' leave you where you stand. Got me smoking on the gas, this shit's louder than a band. 100 degrees, keep it hotter than a sauna. Higher than the trees, flowing, smoking marijuana. Bro, got the keys like a motherfucking locksmith. Stay with the hooks like a motherfucking mosh pit, yeah. Please.
All right, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. That was Mosh Pit by Casso, produced by Nox Beatz.
Yeah.
Sneak peek.
Yes.
Sneak peek. It'll be coming out
Sneak peek.
October 23rd.
It's coming out all platforms, everywhere.
All platforms.
Everywhere. Download it to your
It's
grandmother's
going to be
phone,
out
your
there
mother's
in the
phone.
atmosphere.
Yeah, this is about
And
to
you
be
can
a
find it
YouTube
wherever
deal.
you
It's
want.
just going to be secretly downloaded to your phone.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you're going to wake up on the 23rd.
Whether you want it or not.
And
it's
it's
going to
gonna be
start
your
playing as your
ringtone.
alarm clock
Yep,
at 7 in the
exactly.
morning on
You're
that day.
dusted.
Be
Poor
ready
buddy.
for it.
Happen
Be
to
ready
you, bruh.
for it.
You
Are
can't
you ready
escape
for
it. It's everywhere.
Some
The
people
wrath
don't
of
seem
Casso.
ready for it.
The
dude.
wrath of
I don't
Casso.
know.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Some
nah.
people don't seem ready.
It's a
Shit's
wrap.
getting weird. Shit's getting weird.
Yep, catch me at the Super Bowl performing it at halftime.
Oh, word.
Yeah, speaking
Yeah,
of
man.
Super Bowl, speaking of football, catch us all at Gillette.
Oh, yeah, we got a
Before
tailgate coming up
tailgate,
soon.
Shouts out. Yeah. we just
But
plugged
Casso's
that.
got to go.
I got to dip.
Unfortunately,
I got to go
Gotta
save
dip.
humanity.
Yeah,
gotta
he's
go
been
do some
called. The
shit.
bat signal's just been fired up.
Yep.
Yep.
He's
It
gonna
is what
fly.
it is.
But
It is what it is.
we appreciate you coming through, as
Yeah,
always.
Thank you for having
As
me.
always.
Yeah,
It's always
a
great to have
pleasure.
Casso
It's always
through.
a pleasure.
Yeah.
Well, we'll definitely do some more shit
Yeah.
at the show, too.
Yes, we'll be
At the
doing some shit
26th.
very soon, actually.
Yep, make sure you pop out. It's at Sonia in Cambridge. It's
Yes.
all ages. Ticket to $12.
$12.
It's gonna be a fucking movie. It's gonna be
October
dope.
26th.
It's gonna be dope as fuck.
Can't wait.
Yeah,
We'll be there.
Thank you for having me, guys.
All right, man.
Thank you for being here.
Peace. And there he goes. That was Casso, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for being here, Casso. You the hero, but you're not a hero, unfortunately.
No, we appreciate Casso coming through. Shout out the homie. Always a good time when Casso comes on the podcast.
Yes.
We were just
super
saying,
fun.
we were saying earlier, like,
Podcast
he's-
runs itself.
yeah, exactly. He's the perfect podcast guest, Marky Picasso. Anyone out there who's running a podcast, get him on your podcast.
Absolutely.
Because you just ask a question and he goes on for like 20 minutes, and you know it makes your job easy. But no, we had some good conversation. It was great to have him on, as always. So
Yeah, it's nice to get some insight from someone he's really in the scene now. So
Yeah.
and he's worked with some big people.
absolutely.
It's
So
great,
October
yeah.
26th, we'll all be out there. So catch
Check
us
out
at
his
the
new
Casso
stuff.
show,
Yeah.
October 26th. All right, let's get into some sports.
The Patriots. First off, I guess let's talk about them.
Yeah, I mean, it is
O-line?
football season above all else. So, yeah, we'll talk about the Patriots.
I just want to get into it with this O-line.
All right, yeah.
Bring me something, baby. Bring me something. Brady's out there getting sacked. We used to go seasons without sacks. What's going on?
Offensive line is a issue right now.
We
One
should
of the
switch
few
the D-line
issues.
with the O-line. Just switch them and see what happens, honestly.
I don't want to fuck up that defense, though. That thing,
Dog.
don't touch the defense. The defense right now is
It's true.
beautiful. It's a work of art.
Yeah, that O-line's not getting by anything, so
No.
I don't trust them. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah,
don't trust you.
Yeah, that's been one of the weaknesses. But they did still put up 35 points against a weak, Giants defense. But they had trouble scoring in the first half against the Giants.
That's true. There was a little bit of a defensive gap there, but we'll
No, they had a real hard time scoring in the first half.
yeah.
But as usual, they made their halftime adjustments. Shout out Belichick, and they
It's true. Yeah. And that's actually, as I was watching, I was nervous, and someone mentioned to me the same thing. They're famous for halftime adjustments.
yeah, that's
Because
kind of their thing.
I'm sitting here
And
trying to be a realist.
that is their thing, and people seem to forget that. People panic, and I didn't panic when it was
I
tied
had
14.
panicked.
Oh, you panicked?
I panicked. I was nervous.
When it was tied 14-14 in the first half, I was like, I didn't panic. I still thought we were going to win the game, but I was like, oh, this is going to be a game. I didn't think it was going to be close originally.
Yeah.
My score prediction was we're not going to talk about it, but it wasn't close.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't ever think that we weren't going to win. It's just that when it got that close, it was like it made the game interesting, honestly. And we pulled away in the second half.
There was also, if I recall
It was
correctly,
14
wasn't it a kick bounced off the back of someone's helmet?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fate to an extent. That's interesting.
Right. That's fate, but
Don't see that every day.
they ended up winning by 35, 35 to 14.
Yeah, I mean, a significant margin. But
So it's like
it was quite a scrap.
it's like as close as it was, like it felt like a close game, but we still won by 21 points. So it's like how
We're too spoiled.
Exactly.
We got
Our
such a nice
expectations
team.
are so high that it's just we look at a game where we won by 21 points and we say, "Oh man, we sucked." Basically. It's like
even a game that on paper looks great. Yeah, it really takes us to another level.
meanwhile, like most teams out there are happy to win by, a field goal.
Yeah,
So-
a win's a win, so they say.
So they
Not
say
with
the
the
Jets
Patriots.
today won by 2 points against the Cowboys, which is hilarious. The Cowboys started
Yeah.
off so good this year, and now they're just trash, which is typical of the Cowboys. The last few years, the last 20 years, they haven't been good since the 90s. Kind of like the Yankees. Just kidding. The Yankees are good, but they have only won one World Series since the 90s. So
Come on. They're just legacy franchises that
I
have
can't
done
talk shit about
fantastic
the Yankees
historically.
right now because we're not in the playoffs. But we're still the defending champs. We still got that trophy right now until someone else takes it in a couple
We
weeks.
rocking it.
Well, I mean, it's still ours,
I was gonna say it's not like the Stanley Cup where someone really does.
No,
get
I know. But I mean, as of right now, we are the champions.
I wish
We
other
are the
sports
current
did do something
champions.
like that. The Stanley
I
Cup
wish
really
to.
does mean something.
Yeah, the Stanley Cup is like the best trophy in all of sports.
There should be one for other sports. I mean, maybe there's. Maybe
It's
there's
cool
a
to
trophy
hear
you get
about,
to
like,
keep
what, every player gets to keep it for like a week or whatever,
and take it to their hometown.
and do
that's
whatever
like-
they want with it. Like
That's
I
so
think
cool.
when the Bruins won, Charo just like put it in a baby stroller and was walking through the streets of Boston with
Oh,
it, which is
geez,
just like
dangerous.
amazing. Yeah, right.
People are just gonna come piss on it. Not actually.
I don't know why anyone would piss on it, dude.
Hey, some people.
Why
Some
would so?
people.
No.
Hey, I'm not saying I want to. I'm just saying someone would.
Maybe if they were like a.
There's always
fan.
that asshole. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, they can do that if they want, but
Maybe
Zdeno.
they would think it's fake. Maybe they think it's a replica.
You really gonna do that with Zdeno Chara towering over you, looking at you?
Say they don't recognize him.
He would
without
beat
his
the
gear
fucking piss out of him.
on. You're right. It would be a show. I would love to see that live leak.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
he would. Shout out Chara.
Shout out Jar.
Yeah, Bruins. Let's get into the Bruins, actually. Speaking of... Well, actually, no. Let's finish with the Patriots still. They're, 5-0 now? And they play
Yes.
the Jets. All right, automatic win. And then they... things get interesting when they play the Browns, I guess. I mean, I'm not sure if the Browns are really good. We don't really know yet. They've played well against bad teams, and they've played bad against good teams. And we'll see what they're all about.
Depends
But
on how
that'll
we
be a
catch
fun
'em.
it'll be a fun game regardless because of the names, because of Baker Mayfield and OBJ and the names that they have, the personalities that they have. They're an easy team to dislike. I'm not a Baker Mayfield fan, to be honest with you. Not a big OBJ guy either. So yeah, that'll be fun. We're going to be there.
We're gonna be tailgating.
Tailgating.
Boston's Big Four. Boston's Big Tailgate. Check us out.
Yep.
Hit us up. We're making it happen. Everyone come out. We got koozies for you.
Koozies.
We got
We got
everything.
Bob Koozies.
We got BB4
Skirt.
koozies. Check us out. Hit us up. You're trying to show up. We'll give you the location.
Pull up.
We're gonna give everyone
Pull
the
up
biz.
like the diapers.
We're gonna be doing a live podcast. People want to come. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what the diapers gotta do.
You don't know pull-ups?
I got you. Nah, okay. I
Dude,
at
my
first,
bars go over your head. That's the thing.
I'm
know?
doing a promo over here, man. I just hear diapers. And I'm
bars-
thinking, what does it have to do with anything?
My bars go over your head,
Gotcha.
clearly.
Sorry, yeah. I'm out of touch. I'm an old man. But BB4 tailgate, Boston's Big Tailgate.
That'll be fun. I can't
Let's
wait.
do it.
Yeah, so we're going to do a podcast at the tailgate, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Live
so we'll be
podcast.
interviewing fans. Come through if you want to like talk, and we'll ask you questions. And
If you want to be famous, hit us up. I mean, hey, we got the keys, you know?
we are the plug.
Yeah,
So-
we told you before. We said we know how to be famous. Face tattoos is one way. Interviews with us is another way. So you got two options. You want a face tattoo or you just want to come here?
And we'll also be giving face tattoos at the the tailgate.
We'll
So-
do, there'll be henna face tattoos. You can go
Oh, no,
home.
I'll be giving real face tattoos.
He's got real face tattoos. I got henna face tattoos. People are going to be, you can go home, freak your mom out, be like, Mom, look, I got real crazy stuff on my face.
Boston's Big 4 on my forehead.
Hey, what? It's a crazy blog. They barely got any followers. JK, thanks, guys. You're following us.
Hey,
Uh,
we got followers. Bro.
no, that was,
Fuck out of
hey,
here.
it's humble. It's got to stay humble.
No, we're staying humble, yeah.
Yeah, real talk. It's
Staying humble while talking about tattooing our logo
So,
on people's foreheads.
in the context of someone tattooing it on their forehead and explaining it to their parents, I would say it's small potatoes. It's not like it's Taylor Swift.
Small thing to a giant.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Also, it's humility. So, real talk. No. I really want to say though. Please don't get face tattoos. Just don't do it, unless
Yeah.
it really means something to you.
Yeah.
Unless it's
I'm not a
Boston's
fan.
Big Four.
I'm not a fan. Post Malone, you're better than that.
You are better than that. You look beautiful. without
Tekashi
'em.
6ix9ine,
You're better than that.
you might not be better than that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're right. Shoot. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Get more face tattoos to
Yeah.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Might as well at this point.
But real talk, we're gonna be tailgating. We're not actually giving face tattoos. That's not true. So I apologize. I apologize for anyone who's gonna be terrified to come by. We're
No,
ready.
yeah, that was a joke. Come by. We're family friendly.
We're giving out koozies.
We're gonna be bumping
We're
music.
giving out soft
We're
drinks.
gonna be bumping local music.
bumping local music.
Yeah, we're gonna be, just grilling. We're gonna be grilling.
Grilling and chilling. You want
Grilling
some
and
food?
chilling.
Come
Yeah,
on by.
burgers, dogs, sausages, whatever you want.
It's gonna be fun. Live podcast. Come on by.
Yep.
Free guests. We're gonna pick a venue after. We're not gonna announce it at the time. The venue where we'll watch the game will be announced at the tailgate. So
Yeah.
be there, be square, and it's gonna be a
Because
fun
we don't
time.
want too many fans showing up. while
We
we're
don't want to
watching
blow the
game,
place
you know what I
up.
mean?
You know,
Yeah.
some
So-
bars don't like to get short notice blown up, but we'll do it. We'll bring it to them.
All right. I can't wait.
Can't wait. Come join us.
So the Bruins
The Bears.
are
Are
back,
they back?
baby.
Are they back or
They're
what?
back in a big way. They're
In a
back in a
big way.
big way. They're 4-1-0. Gang.
Gang. Let's keep it going.
They
Bruh.
beat the New Jersey Devils last night by a score of 3-0, I believe.
And you were on site in New Jersey, weren't
I
you?
was in New Jersey.
Causing ruckus.
Yeah, I was actually at a party in New Jersey with some old college friends, and a lot of them are from New Jersey. Most of the people at the party were from New Jersey. And
Dude's calling fools out all day.
And,
AA,
I was
Boston's
just
the best.
No, I was just casually throughout the night just giving score updates just because I thought they might want to know. You know what I mean?
Just something fair.
I thought they might want to know the score of the game. I was just being nice. So, I'd say, 2-0
You're a nice guy.
Bruins, 3-0 Bruins. So, game's over, Bruins won, just
Oh, look
letting
at
them
that,
know-
yeah.
just letting them know the score. So, it was a good time. So, shout out
If
the
any
Bruins.
of you folks were curious, Boston beat you.
Again. Yeah, so that was a good time. But Bruins 4-1-0. Pretty good. And the goaltending has been incredible so far. Shout out Tuukka and Yaroslav Halak.
Yaroslav, you're doing your job, and I love it. I love it, Yaro.
Yeah, so Bees look good. The C's have been killing it in the preseason so far. Not that that means anything, but they're 3-0 in the preseason. They've been beating teams by like 20, 30 points. Taco Fall's been getting some minutes here and there. I'm
We
curious
got big
to see.
expectations.
What?
Big expectations for Taco.
For Taco? I mean, anytime you're 7'7", you're gonna have some big expectations.
Absolutely, yeah. Big person, big expectations.
You know what I mean? So
that should be a T-shirt, trademark.
it's tough though. It's like people who are that tall are just expected to be good at basketball.
Yeah, and
Like
he
if-
probably spent a lot of time working on his coordination, which has to be.
Right, and as we know, people who are that tall lack in coordination usually, and that's usually
Or
the
longevity.
issue. Like if a
I don't know what his knees are like.
if a 7'7" guy had the coordination of like a 6'3" point guard, he would just dominate and be the best player in the history of the world.
Oh, yeah.
But he just guys that are that tall, they
Just
just have a
built
hard
different.
time just
Oh, yeah.
moving around, But if you can just teach the guy to get his hands up there and just get rebounds and, put his hands up and catch passes and just dunk it. Don't bring the ball down. That's a key.
Yeah.
That's a key when you're that tall, and that's a bad habit that a lot of big guys get into. They bring the ball down, and then the little guys can strip it out of their hands.
Or they could just shack
You
it,
just got to keep the
hold
ball
it
up.
away.
Keep the ball up where no one can reach it and dunk it. Like, that's basically his job at this point. So we'll see if he can do that.
Yeah, I saw a video of him dunking, and he's like
He
4
barely
inches
has
off the
to
ground.
jump,
Yeah,
dude.
didn't
He's
do
like-
anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's still holding the rim when he lands back on the ground. Like, it's weird because the rim bends down a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's like how he guides
So it's
himself
like-
down. He's just like,
Yeah,
"What?"
exactly.
Hilarious.
It's nuts. No, it's definitely entertaining. It's funny to see how, normally people don't really care all that much about preseason. The hardcore fans do preseason and summer league, but he's been like the main attraction. He's drawn fans to the summer league. This past July into these preseason games, people have been chanting his name in the stands, just hoping that Brad will put him in. The other night, he didn't end up getting into the game, and fans were chanting for him. And Brad ended up, it was towards the end of the game, and fans were just going crazy asking for him to come in. And Brad ended up just walking past him on the bench and tapping another guy on the shoulder and just, faking everyone out. It was
That's
so
hilarious. Oh, my God.
funny. It was
I
great.
have to say, I mean, if he's getting this much hype, regardless of the playtime he'll get, maybe, let's say he's prone to injury or whatever because of his size, I mean, the franchise you can get just selling jerseys. You'll make money off this guy just because people are loving him now.
Right.
So it seems like the type of thing they might want to sign him just
Right.
for a few bucks. He might.
I don't
be
even think they're selling jerseys of his right now because he hasn't really officially even made the NBA roster. He made the team, but they could send him to the Maine Red Claws this year,
He could probably do a bunch of commercials.
which is their G League team, the Maine Red Claws, which is if you're not good enough to make the Celtics yet, you go to Maine.
Oh, he's
so.
the Pawtucket.
It's like the farm system,
Yeah.
for the NBA.
Give him to us, we want.
But he's guaranteed at least a spot on the Maine Red Claws this year. But I'm hoping he makes the Celtics roster because it would just be entertaining, and I want to see what a 7'7" guy can do.
Yes,
Like,
please, Celtics, please do it, please. Oh my God!
It's like if he sucks, he sucks. But I at least want to see what he can do. You know what I mean? Give him a chance and see what the 7'7" guy who barely has to jump to dunk the basketball can do. Just see.
Celtics, are you hearing this?
Yeah, just see
Put
what
him
he can
in.
do.
Come on.
We're all very interested to see, and I know Brad should be too, and Danny and everyone in the organization should be interested to see what this guy can do.
Absolutely.
So yeah, Celtic season will be fun. I'm obviously excited to see what Kemba Walker can do. I'm excited to see what Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown can do after, last year was kind of a down year for everybody. But Kyrie's gone, so we'll see what happens.
Waste of money.
Yeah, big time.
It's all right though.
Big time. Yeah, you
We'll
live and you
recover.
learn.
Yeah, we'll bounce back.
Bounce back.
Last night took a
So
L,
the
but
Celtics
tonight I
are
bounced
starting a week from this Wednesday.
back. Let's
Then
go.
we're gonna have both winter teams in action, and that's when you know the weather's getting cold.
It's cold.
Baby,
It's
it's cold outside.
That's problematic.
I know. I'm sorry.
Don't you dare ever say that on this podcast again. Everybody, I just want you guys to know we do
You
not
do not support that song.
we do not condone of that. Everyone, women need to be safe. Be an advocate, all right?
I shouldn't be laughing.
I'm just saying. We got to be advocates.
I'm an advocate.
It's good, though. It's good. It's all good. We're allowed to chuckle once in a while, too. Baby, It's Cold Outside is a funny song sometimes, too. Because it was made with good intent.
The lyrics that I sung were not disrespectful in any
No,
way.
and it was partially
You know what I mean?
Hypocritical, what I was saying, or not hypocritical, but satirical, because the song was not made to be that way. But we're not getting political.
No.
Yeah,
No.
it's just funny.
But, the lyrics that I quoted were just simply speaking on the temperature outdoors.
It is getting a little chilly, which means it's indoor weather, which means we're going to get nice and cozy. So settle in with this podcast. We're roasting up the
Gang.
fire. We got chestnuts. We got schmellows. That's marshmallows for anyone who's not following.
Yeah, it's short for marshmallows if you want to save time and just say
Yeah.
the shorter version.
But now I've explained
it saves about, how much? 0.3 of a second?
It's enough, though.
Yeah.
It's enough that adds up.
No, it's good.
So, say it enough times. Schmellow, marshmallow, but I got to explain it, so that's another waste, but I'll get it in. Everybody know. We're getting cozy. Sports are coming in. I just want to say, Bears are back. Celtics causing mayhem.
Yep. Taco Mania.
Taco Mania. As long as there's no one named Burrito coming in, we should be fine. Then,
Wait,
there's
funny
no
story.
Nacho, is
Funny
there?
story. This past summer, my dad and I were just one day we're talking about the Celtics and how they're gonna look this year, and he mentioned Taco Fall, but he called them Taco Bell,
Ah!
and I was
Dude,
like,
dude, he's definitely gonna do a Taco
and
Bell
I was like,
commercial.
wait, do you mean Taco Fall? He was like, oh shit, I called him Taco Bell. So yeah.
Look out.
Yeah,
say
he
that.
definitely should do a Taco Bell commercial. Actually, Jason Tatum apparently recently said to Taco Fall in the locker room that they both need to do a taco commercial together. Because apparently Jason Tatum's nickname used to be J Taco, which I did not know.
That's
but
very interesting.
yeah, so they're good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
I mean, that's good promotion, though. You got to get together and do that stuff.
hey, get your money. Back up the Brinks truck.
Back up the Brinks truck. Beep, beep. That is the
Wow.
truck being packed up and speeding away.
Put that on the soundboard. Man, that was beautiful.
Dog, that was on the soundboard.
Oh, yeah. No,
Oh
that
no.
was-
It was my mouth. My mouth's
My
the
mouth.
soundboard. My mouth is the soundboard, folks. Everybody
What
pay
that mouth
attention.
do?
Keep up. That was a Mario shell. You want more?
All right, we
Who
should wrap
needs
this thing up. It's getting goofy in here.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Future news. We're coming up with a phone number. We're going to have a Google voicemail.
Yes, this is going to be fun.
If you want to hit us
Yeah,
up.
you guys can call in.
I made up a fake phone number last time for you to get that self-help if you wanted to know how to become famous. But now we're going to have a real number, and we'll
This
give
is
you all
not a
types
joke,
of advice.
ladies and gentlemen.
You want advice? Call us.
Yeah, call
And
us,
leave a
ask any
voicemail.
sorts of question, leave a voicemail. We'll play the voicemail on the podcast, and we'll answer your question. And we'll shout you out.
It'll be pretty dope.
And which means you'll be included in the shout-out compilation, which is basically life goals for most people.
Life
So,
goals. Yeah, we got shout-out compilations that are kind of exclusive. There's so many shout-outs that
yeah,
I bet a fourth of them even make it. So
facts.
if you want to get in on it, be gentle, be nice, be interesting for the most part.
Yeah,
So let's
be
do
funny
this.
too if you can.
Yeah, I know not
Make me
everyone can
laugh.
be hilarious like us, but come on, give it a shot. Shoot us an email. Shoot us a text. bostonsbig4@gmail.com. Just made that up. That might
No.
be taken.
jl.bardsley@gmail.com.
Shoot us an email.
Shoot us an email or just DM us on any of our social media platforms. I look at all of them, so I'll find you. So, yeah, just hit us
Boston's Big Four, Boston's Big Podcast. Hit it all up.
up. Hit it all up. All right.
Thank you.
Episode Mo Vaughn, number 42.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
the champagne. Blood so high like airplane. Wound so deep, need a band-aid. Dad said the soul got another one. Can't start now, need another one. Shorty so sweet like a honey bun. Finna unload like a Tommy gun. Raw, raw. Motherfucker go against me. Finna black out OD. Shout out to my OG. Got a key racks on me. Know that we steady poppin'. Born down that booth like arson. Two-door the coupe, bitch park it. Casso, but she call me Marcus. Pop out the way, I'm an artist. Say he a pit, but when he say that, he top out the one like Target. All your shit stink like armpit. Out of this world like Martian. Stashing the drugs in compartments. Break my heart, I throw your love in the garbage. To be honest, to be real, to be honest, we too real. Roll the dope up, pour some more up. Never sober, la vida loca. To be honest, to be real, to be honest, we too real. Roll the dope up, pour some more up. Never sober, la vida loca.